Before we start this one, I'd like to thank these names going up the screen now who have donated to PayPal, which are helping keep the channel going, because at this moment in time, things are costing a massive amount of money, and I have no income as such. So whether or not we can carry on with this is another thing. What I might do now after we get to DPC, I might set it to like a subscription, whereas if you want to see it, then, you know, I don't know, would you pay £2 a month to watch it? Figures are really down for some reason, I don't know why. Might be start of summer holidays, might be not. Maybe people just don't want to watch. But we're averaging around 20,000. Last video got 11,000. But even if 50% of you just paid £1, £2 subscription a month to watch it, then, you know, we'd be doing all right, wouldn't we? Because there is a lot of work going into it. So obviously I've got to do the work, then I've got to video the work, then I've got to edit the work, then I've got to upload the work. And I honestly think that it would be 100% quicker if I wasn't videoing it, so I'll wait and see what happens with that one. Okay, so we're going to start thinking about getting the waste in now. Obviously want to get this pad insulated. Lots of talk about how level and flat and wasting my time I was doing this sand, but I did tell you that, didn't I? Do you know what I mean? I just wanted it dead flat, and it is what it is. I know I could have got some rails to level it off, but then I'm buying rails out, whereas I've got that floor, I've got that plasterers level, I've got everything. I'm just trying to avoid buying stuff I don't actually need. Right, back to this. So that 3x2 there indicates that the opposite side of the wall, whereas the pipe will be coming up in the wall. So what I've decided to do is drop it in between the shower and the toilet, simply because it's going to just put another dog leg on it if I move it over there past the sink. So it's going straight out through the hole. Now, I've got a 1 in 54 fall, which is okay. I suppose building control, it's not perfect, but it's fine. So I've set my level up there. I've got some packers on the end of the level to level it. I've worked out what I need to do. I think off the top of my head, each pipe was falling 33mm. Right, so next problem is now I need to put a damp-proof course in here, damp-proof membrane rather, put it all down, and then I need to get 150mm of insulation in. Now, that's a piece of 50mm sat under there. That is as far under that pipe as that's going to go without affecting the fall of the pipe. So I've Googled it. I Googled it quite some time, then I got sidetracked, started looking at other things like you do, and then went back onto it, and I can't actually find any kind of diagram or installation of any kind of insulation that is running through the PIR, the soil pipe running through the PIR. So I guess I'm just going to have to do what I'm going to have to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my membrane in. I've marked the wall there, that's as far as the 50 will go, so I'll get my 50 up to there. I mean, I've not even put my shower thing in, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll get my 50 into there, then I'll get my soil pipe in, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to bed it on a track of mortar all the way up there. So there'll be a track of mortar on top of that 50, and then there'll be a track of mortar under the pipe down there. And the goal behind that is to support it, obviously, and then I'm going to chamfer the sides like that, and then butt my insulation up, and then hopefully make my insulation go around the top and cover it completely. So, you know, there is going to be a void in the insulation button. What can I do? Because I can't get any kind of fall that I want on the pipe. You know, in an ideal world, I'd drop straight down and go under the PIR insulation, but it ain't happening. This is what's happening. It's cutting through. Right, so somebody says, why do you know, rather than having a stand up on your shower tray, why do you have it on the floor? Because, you know, it is a granny flat after all. And then this says, why don't you just bring the pipe over, do a bit of shuttering there, bring it up, and then when you come to fit your shower tray, you can work out exactly where the waste is going, and then concrete it in, which makes perfect sense. So I'm going to concentrate on getting this pipe right first, and then I'm going to put that T in there like that, and that's going to come across into that corner and up there somewhere, and there'll be a shutter in there, so there'll be no concrete there, so I can actually mess around with that at the time. That one there is the toilet's going to branch, so the back of the toilet will be wall hung. It'll go right and into there. That string indicates the top of the concrete pad, so my wall will be there. That'll all be concealed in the wall, and the sink will have to boss into that. Very much like the toilet's going to boss into it as well. And then that's going to go up there, and I'm going to put one of them valves on it, Durgo valve, whatever it was called. So that's it. I'm limited to what I can do. It is what it is. There's not a lot I can fucking do. So we're going to cut the insulation around it, maybe get some foam in, and try and do the best, tidiest job I can, so that this pipe has got the correct fall as it happens, it's just going to shoot straight out at the height of this sand there. I've packed it up a little bit at that end, which is perfect. That's worked out okay. Yeah, so that's it basically. I'm going to do this one first. I was going to do them both at the same time, but for the sake of, like, it's not going to cost me that much more in concrete for 2 visits, so I'm going to do this pad and I'm going to do that pad. And once we've got these pads and they've gone off a little bit, I can get some of that muck behind the camera there, get it across here, wheelbarrow it over and dump it down the sides, because I've still got a big void down there which is still full of water-ish. When I say ish, there's about 7 or 8 inches of water down there, so I'll pump that out first and then get that muck down. So that's it. And the reason why I wanted it dead level is because I want it all to sit flat and level, and then I know when I put my concrete in then it shouldn't crack, but we're going to have a weak point here over these pipes. Now, I know you can, like some people have said, and I knew you could anyway, you could get like strands in the concrete which will stop it from cracking, and then another person says that you only need mesh above pipes, which makes sense because we're going to have a weak spot there. So what I might do is just get 1 sheet of mesh, cut it and just span the pipes in that room and this room. And that should prevent it from cracking because it's bloody solid, isn't it? And another thing I've noticed and all, the plans contradict each other. So I've got on the drawing, it says internal walls, and then it says 100mm breeze block, which is that wall there. And also on the drawing, it says 140mm breeze block, which is contradicting itself. I've not seen the 140 until today. So what I'm probably going to do is when I put that internal wall is just span it both sides, because I've got a pad either side, and so I'll get a nice damp course down and then span it both sides, because it'll be sat on the pad, sat on the wall. Jobs are good anyway, that'll be fine. So that's it. Get me damp proof membrane in up to there, all round, sorry, and then get me 15 up to there, and then we're going to address this pipe situation. But yeah, that's it. That's my fall there. So I've got a 1 in 54. But yeah, it'll work. It better work. If not, I'll be putting a pump in water, that's for sure. Okay, so rightly or wrongly, this is what's happening. My pipe is cutting through my insulation. Don't really have a choice in the matter. So what I'm going to do now is, I've packed it up to height there, it's a bit low there, so I'm going to get some gear in there now and then tap it down to what I need it. And that should then be supported, no problem. Hopefully I can get my falls good on there. I'm going up 30mm here, just to get it just above that string line, which is obviously the top of the concrete. Same with this one as well, and I'm going to put a bit of gear under here as well, just to support it. So there'll be the final positions there. Put my level on there now and see how we look with that. It's too high at the moment. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this now. So obviously I've got my 33mm packer on that end there. Let's have a look. Got my 33mm packer on there, and that's showing dead level there. So that's right. I've got obviously my 30mm over there, so that's my fall. It's running down. What I'm going to do now is fill that there with mortar. That's patted down to the right. What's it called? The right fall. So I just need to fill them holes now, get a bit of mortar under them as well, and then I can start putting my 100mm in. But like I said, you know, this pipework is actually cutting through the insulation, but I just can't see what else I could feasibly do because I haven't got the luxury of the fall. Right, whilst I'm cutting this insulation because it's boring, I'm going to show you what I've been doing for the past 3 days and the reason why I've not been here. Been at a friend's house, so we'll have a look at that. One of many jobs I did for her, to be fair. That turned from an hour job to well over half a day job anyway. Right, something a little bit different. I'm at a friend's house. She says that her sink is intermittently emptying and there's a smell of dirty water over near the washing machine. The sink was previously blocked up and some plumbers come out to have a look at it. So I said I'll have a look under the floor, went under the floor and it's a right bloody mess. I'll show you that in a minute. Basically what's happening is she's got an island and the water's coming down and then the pipe's running across to the front of the building and it's not supported and it's like that. So obviously water is then filling the dip. The sink is filling, pressure's pushing it down, pushing the water along and so on. And the reason for the smell is the washing machine connection where that joins to 40mm as well has also come off. So basically the sink, the dishwasher and the washing machine is emptying itself under the floor. So we're going to rectify that today, but I'll show you that as well. So this is my access point. You've got to ask yourself, who leaves jobs like that? Look at gaps there. Do not have a tape measure or what? What the fuck? There's a decent bit of room under there. It does get smaller towards where I'm going. What I'm going to do, I'm going to like literally bring everything down with me now because that all there is just about Liam sized. Any smaller than the struggle. So I'm going to bring my pipes down, my fittings, my strapping, so I'm going to strap it up, got some screws, something to cut the strap, something to cut the pipe and impact driver, and hopefully I won't have to come back up, just do it in one hit. It's push fit that's down there already, probably would be better in solvent, but push fit's down there, so we're going to replace it with that. Besides, it's not going to move once I strap it up anyway, that's for sure. Right, so this is the waste pipe running from, let's pull back there, you can see the dip in that there, look, can't you? Yeah, so that's coming from the sink, it runs along there, there's a dip in that already, it then rises up quite a lot, I would say maybe 2.5 inches, maybe more, 3 inches. You can see the T there from the washing machine that has practically come off completely, and there, look, there's just all stagnant, foul smelling water under there, and then it's running there, look, obviously defying physics and gravity there, and then it exits the house just over there where it goes into the drain. So we're going to replace all that. We're going to avoid touching any of this other pipe work because I'll be honest with you, that looks shady as fuck as well, and what's going on over there I don't know. But battery's rechargeable on torch, so we're going to have to crack on, get it done, get that replaced. You can see that joist over there, look, as well. You can see it, look, where the water's been spraying out, it's absolutely soaked it, so might have a little look at that for her as well. So looking at this, I'm not sure how this ever actually works, because you've got a gap there between top of pipe and floor joist, maybe 4.5, 5 inches, and up there it's actually been clipped to the joist, so it was always running uphill, so not quite sure how that ever worked. Might have an issue as well because that exit point over there, granted, is slightly lower than that, but it ain't a lot. So might have to address that. That over there, obviously they've brought that up there to go into, sorry, obviously they've brought that up that high so it'll clip onto that, but we're gonna have to put some kind of bend on that to drop it down, and to get it sort of like to this height. So what I might do is sort that one out first and then try and tee this one in here. So I've cut through that exit one there and it absolutely fucking stinks. I mean, look at that. It's full, the pipe's solid, it's full of shit, that's what it is. It's heavy, it stinks, it's fucking horrible. Grim as fuck. Every time I pull a pipe off and get more water coming out, it absolutely stinks. And I need to watch for these junction boxes that I don't get any water in them as well. But it's absolutely fucking stinks down here. Right, so I've connected the dishwasher up. Not the dishwasher, what the fuck's it called? Washing machine, connect the washing machine up. That's just a straight run now. Obviously I'm going to support that pipe because it's not right over there. Wants to go up like that, but we'll get that sorted in a minute. Now I need to address this because this one here looks like it's lower than that one. But what I might do is bring it right round and come in and tee into it there. But we'll have a look at that now and see what we can do with that. Might actually nip out and see if I can get that waist to go lower so I can get some more fall on this one, because this is going to be my problem now. Washing machine's connected up, that's not an issue. Looks all right there, although that does look, I might have to go have a look at that as well, because for that pipe to go through that floor at that angle, something's not right upstairs. So let's go up and have a look. It's not a lot, but if needs be, I can get another 2 inches on there, I suppose. Told you it was tight. Right, so here we are. Obviously rectified that, needs strapping up, but we're all good there. That's dipping down, so that wants to go up, but it won't go up because the outside brickwork is stopping it, whereas they've punched a nice hole there, but the outside, it won't let it go up. It's always going to run down like that. So I think first things first, we need to go out and make that hole bigger so that we can actually get that pipe to run down rather than up. I've pinged the laser around. The bottom of this pipe, when it is up, is 5 mil higher than the bottom of that pipe over there. So obviously that's no good. We need to get that to go down as low as we can so we can get some fall on it. And then what we should be able to do then is send that across over here somehow to get in. But realistically, it wants to join down here because obviously we've got the height difference over there. It's limited on that one there, over there, because when I'm looking through in the other room, you can see that copper pipe above there, so that waste pipe's not going to go higher than that there without a lot of work going into that. And in here, again, there's not a lot it can do there. Feasibly might be able to bring it up another 20 mil maybe. Might go have a look at that as well in a minute. But I think first port of call is realistically to get that one out there to drop a bit lower, and hopefully then we can start to get some fall, because I mean look at that there, look at that. Whoever installed that, right, is like fucking mad. Yeah, that's like 4 or 5 inches below that joist, and it's like actually fixed up and screwed to that one, so it was never going to work. It can't have ever worked, not properly anyway, not sufficiently, and it's just given in, hasn't it? Right, we've broke a little bit more out of there now. You can see now, look, you can actually see now, we can get some fall on that. So that's going to have to sit down like that. Looks like I have to mortar that back up to prevent any vermin getting in. It's like a little job turning into a big job. But that's just enough fall on that now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jab something in there. No, I'm not. Let's see how we go on inside first. Well, what I was going to do was prop that down like that, but then that might create that other end to be too high, whereas I can't get the sink the right fall on it. So let's just wait and see what happens. I'm glad my friend's not here at the moment because her house fucking stinks now. But it will be rectified and so. We've now got that one as low. Right, so we've now got that one as level as we can basically. What I'll do, I'll prop it from the outside once I get this connection in here. It's running down a touch there, but that's because I've not forced it down at the end and strapped this end up once I've got my T in it. But so that's sort of like my level now. I'm going to put the laser on and see what kind of a difference we've got now between that pipe over there and my fall of 6. I've got a fall of 10 mil, which isn't a lot granted, but it's still a fall, and it's just wastewater rather than soils. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to track that along there like that. Oop. I'm going to track that along there like that, slow fall, then run it down along that one there until I get down to there. Camera works crap. Until I get down to there, and then I'm going to tee it in then, and hopefully we should be good. Right, so what's going to happen now is I'm going to take that off there. I'm going to lose a shitload of water because that is full of water. If I cut it there, I want to cut it there so I can join it. If I cut it there, I'm then going to flood that area there. Well, when I say flood, it's going to get fucking wet in it and I'm going to get soaked. Or do I just dump it down there, that's just an off-cut cable, it's nothing live. So I'll just fire all my water down there to join the rest of that water. There's not a lot more I can do. Empty that. And then what I'm going to do then is going to join that pipe there. I'm going to bang along there, straight down that pipe, and then tee into it down there where my fall is. And hopefully we'll have fall and we will flow. There you go. That's why your bloody sink wasn't empty. Absolutely stinks. Right, so I think we've got it. Various straps holding the pipes up. Obviously, once that's the washing machine one, that's pitching down quite fast like that. And we've got there we are. And then we've got the T-joint there as well. It's very little fall in it, but I'm governed by that pipe there. What ideally would have been best scenario would be that pipe to be altered, the brick above it to be removed, and that pipe to go a lot higher up there. But there is fall, it's only water, so what we're going to do now is go fire everything on and see how we go. So sink's running, got good flow there obviously, so we're happy with that. We just need to pop under now and make sure that we haven't got any leaks. You'll know where I'm coming from if you've ever got yourself into a tight hole like this. Getting in is alright. When you get back out though, it's like your body's swollen. Fucking hell. So, we've got 0 leaks, which is good. It's always handy with a push fit as well, because you generally don't get a leak. What I'm going to do now is just creep forward into here so I can just check that other side of that and make sure that when I've been doing out, I've been unfitting over there, and we've got a leak coming out over there. And that's where that is. Ooh, there we go. So we're good there, there's no leaks there. Happy? Happy. Yeah, we're good. As regards to that weird angle on that dishwasher up there and all, they've come through like with a 45 for whatever reason, so that's fine as well. I thought it like slipped off at wall, but we're good on there. What I might do now is that there, you can see the where it's been spraying when it's been coming out, obviously under pressure from washing machine when it's been pumping out. That'll dry off, that's all right, that's not a problem. What we might do is get this waste pipe out of here because it stinks. But what I don't want to do is drop it all over her floor, because then she won't be happy. So this is one of the pipes. What we're going to do, we're going to pop it open, see why it's so fucking heavy. Oh, it fucking stinks. So, I mean, that was 50% full. Look, full of crap. How did it ever work? As per drawings, 25mm all the way around the perimeter to stop any cold bridging from the breeze block into the pad, I guess. You've got 100mm there, and it's sat on top of 50mm as well. It's a shitload of insulation, and it's cost a few pence as well, but we'll discuss that later on. So this really is the penultimate video in the build, up to DPC level really, because Monday, Tuesday, I'm not sure which, maybe even Wednesday, I'm going to get some concrete in here, and then that will be that part finished. I'm going to have a massive recap, tell you how much I spent, and we'll go from there. I know a lot of you don't subscribe as well, you just watch, so if you could hit the subscribe button, that would be brilliant. And if you don't want to donate to PayPal, then maybe you want to buy a raffle ticket. So take a look at this raffle. I've got one at Christmas as well. Minimum £3,000 I'm going to give away. This one's going to be massive, right? I told you it was going to be massive. The Santa hat will become evident in a minute, and I appreciate it's only July, right? 6 prizes in this raffle. There's not only 6, there's actually 12, because when you win one of the 6 prizes, you will get to pick a box. In that box will be a mystery prize. One of the mystery prizes will be the DeWalt. One of the mystery prizes, and I can now confirm, will be £1,000 cash sent straight to your bank, right? The more people that enter, the bigger the cash prizes. So get yourself on Raffle, get some tickets. You've got 6 chances in this. Potentially, you could win more than once. And when you win one time, you're going to get to pick a box. You might get that. You might get something bigger. I don't know yet. Why have I got a Santa hat on? It's only July. Right, I've got another raffle going. Of course I have. It's a cash raffle, and I am going to guarantee £3,000 minimum. It's a bloody minimum to the winner. Minimum £3,000 cash on Christmas Eve, sent straight to your bank. Right, what I'm suggesting you do is every time you go on, you buy a ticket now and again. You put your name in the draw. Only 154 people have entered so far. 154 people. It's nothing. So one of them 154 people will be getting a phone call from me on Christmas Eve, and the minimum they will get is £3,000 transferred straight to their account. That's the Christmas raffle. That's why the hat's on. You're going to see more of it in the future. Get yourself in to win this. Get yourself in to win that. 6 amazing prizes. 6 more chances to win bigger. Somebody's going to take home that. Somebody's going to get sent that. And God knows what's going to be in the rest of the boxes. Right, so we've got the stone and we've got the sand in, we've got the DPM in, we've got 150mm of insulation. Unfortunately, we've had to cut through it with the waste pipes, but it is what it is to get the fall. That's it. I seen a lot of people on YouTube putting, putting a second damp-proof membrane in. Now, there isn't one on the plans. I rang building control and asked him why, and they went, I have no idea why they're doing it. There's no need whatsoever. So the concrete will be getting poured straight on to the PIR insulation. I have ordered some mesh which come in Monday, some reinforcement grid. I'm going to put that over the pipes there to help prevent that part cracking, but simply over the top of the pipes like somebody suggested. But that's it. We're ready for concreting now, and then get the building inspector. He'll come and sign it off. Hopefully shouldn't have any issues there. I'm going to clear all that shit in the garden and we're going to start building.